And now to discuss everything. Inspired by the works of both Miller and Paul, we inspected how an author may persuade readers using citation location, rhetorical functions, and even authors' names within the article. We decided to analyze a little article called Particulate Air Pollution as a Predictor of Mortality in a Prospective Study of U.S. Adults. When analyzing citation location, many of the citations originally located in the introduction were actually reused in the discussion section. In fact, the majority of these citations were observed again to be used in the article's discussion section. The discussion section had the most overall citations used within the article. The article still had surprisingly many citations located at its introduction, given its short length. The citation's location showed the readers in the very beginning that this paper was well researched and rooted in solid information, which is also reiterated at the end. I believe that it is because the authors wanted to use these citations as reinforcement for their points as well, especially because a few of the citations were authored by the very same writers of this article. We think that the authors may be trying to assert themselves as authorities on this topic throughout the paper by also including their previous publications. Using well-known authors' names may add value to the work, which readers may perceive as validating. We believe that the authors may have also included themselves within their own paper to increase their own citation counts, or how many times their articles have been cited in other journals, which will benefit them in the end. Also, to our surprise, a majority of the citations were actually focused on providing background information on the topic, rather than emphasizing the need for more research. Providing background information helps the reader understand the importance of new research. New research was the next most common category of citation. A rhetorical function of ethos predominating these citations for the purpose of giving their paper credibility. I think that this is very important because the authors purposely chose how they depict their citations, because they can therefore shape the audience's perception of their article. While researching this article, it became clear that context is just as important as content within an article. Within the paper, 8 names were used more than once, the most used author being C.A. Pope, with 7 citations, whom had a hand in writing this article. The next most cited author was D.W. Dockery, also an author in this paper. In Paul's coding scheme, the use of the author's name within a citation also impacts the rhetorical function in the research. These ideas hold true within the article. When incorporating authors' names in the citation, the writer adds a layer of ethos without much effort. The fame behind an author can also be recognized by the reader to add value to the work. The purpose of this analysis was to study the author's literary choices. The readers of this The purpose of this analysis was to study the author's literary choices. The authors of this article use citation location, rhetorical functions, and even the author's names for persuasion. A rhetorical function is key to persuading readers, in concurrence to Miller, and therefore it can be used to reflect authorial intention. The author's intentions seem to be focused on providing background research to the readers. If warranted, Latour and Woolgar's level of acceptance could also be used for future research analysis. This all matters because the authors want to persuade the readers about the danger of pollution by setting a tone of believability. How well they did this will depend on the receiving audience. We would like to thank you for listening along to our presentation. If you would like to learn more or have any questions, we have cited our sources below for you to browse. Thank you.